So how do you skin out the tail of a fur bearer? Let's check it out. We got a Marten here. We're going to do a quick, simple demonstration here. And I'll show you how I do it. So I've already made the opening cuts here across the back's legs. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to peel the fur down there. But the first thing we got to do before we can move on to any of that is we do have to skin out the tail. So it's pretty simple. There's a number of different ways to do this, but what I like to do is start near the base of the tail where it's thick enough that I can make a good cut with my knife and I don't have to worry about missing and cutting through the back side of the tail. And I just go underneath the skin and make an opening slit. The glands are right here, so I don't really want to cut those open and make a stinky mess, and I also like to save the glands. So I'm just going to cut around the edge of the glands. You can see it might have got a little bit out there. And this is an area you got to be a little bit careful, have a sharp knife, because you could cut into the back side of the fur. Just nice tiny little cuts there. And then you want to get around the back a little bit. The pelt is really thin on these Marten, so you got to be a little bit careful. And then I'm going to work my fingers down so I can get behind this. I'm going to go a little further down, give myself a little bit of room. And now I'm up to about where I started that slit that I cut. I'm going to take my tail stripper tool. The big hole here is something you use for like fox and coyotes. This little hole is for like marten and mink. And I'm going to put the tailbone in there. I'm going to just hold this closed. And I'm going to pull from the base of the tail. I'm going to pull that right through. Just like that. So the tail is spun out. And now we got to open up this tail so that we can dry it so it doesn't rot. We want this fur to be nicely preserved. I take this tool called a tail zipper. What this does is it allows this razor blade to cut the tail while this plastic area kind of guards from cutting through to the back side of the tail. And this hook here makes sure that you stay cutting where you're supposed to be cutting. So we're going to take that and we're going to put it in here. And we're going to zipper away all the way down. And that tail is split open all the way down to the tip. And then we're going to tack that on the board once we get this thing skinned out and we'll be good to go. Look at that. All set.